All right, team. So it is August 15th, I think. And what we're going to do today is go over where you can locate Park Lane 101. And I know that it is mostly newer people that will take a look at this. However, if you're someone who's been with Park Lane for a while but just never checked this out, it's definitely something you're going to want to do. So, to get to Park Lane 101, what Park Lane 101 is, this is all of your very basic training. How to do a show, how to speak to your hostesses, how to do personal appointments, how to arrange your jewelry, how to get ready for a show. All of these things are what's in the Park Lane 101. So, when you sign in and you're on your dashboard here, what you're going to click next is Field Interface. The Field Interface is where you locate really everything you need as someone in the field. This is where you enter orders. This is where you order supplies. This is where you find your training. It's just about everything. So when you click Field Interface, along the left here, there are of course a million things that you can click, but today we're focusing on Park Lane 101. So you're going to scroll down on the left and see here it says begin your new business, Park Lane 101. Okay, so we're going to click begin your new business. And here you see Park Lane 101 information. And just like it says here, the recordings of calls and videos on the Park Lane 101 presented and published by successful Park Laners who are passionate about sharing their time and talent to bless others. These videos and calls have not been edited and were recorded by real Park Laners who love what they do and love to share. And that is definitely true because a lot of it is our team. You're going to see me on there. You're going to hear Davina. You're going to hear and see Julie Tullis. Lots of us on there. So this is, and then of course there are extended trainings from all great people throughout Park Lane. So when you click begin your new business, it does bring you here to the live show demo. A live show demo was done at 2 different conventions. So that's why you're going to see option 1 and option 2. Jewelry presentation, option 1, 2, and 3. Booking and recruiting talk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because at the conventions, we even had 2 different people do their version. So greeting the guests and the opening talk, if you click option 1,
let's start at the beginning.
You'll love that it's commentated. This is Nancy Summers, our National Director of Training.
To introduce him to the guest. So let's watch as the host introduces Frank and observe how Frank gets this party started.
Hi guys, are we ready to get the party started? I'm so excited. You are going to love Frank. This is Frank, our Park Lane rep. He is so generous. You're going to love tonight.
Yay, thank you so much, Brooke, for introducing me. And yes, I'm Frank, and I'm your Park Lane jewelry rep for today. Now.
Okay, now that was one version you could watch. The other one is from the previous convention before that.
Let's start at the beginning, before the guests arrive. Terry, our fashion director, has given herself enough time to greet the hostess and to give the
shout out Becky Rojas is on our team.
Advice, like to get her friends to book. Now, this definitely gives Terry time to set up also her hostess-only selections, which should be the only selections that are displayed as the people walk in, but enough to just get them excited about the jewelry and wanting to fall in love and book. Now, Terry is all set up so that she can meet and greet the guest. Bookings start the minute the guests arrive and how you make them feel. So remember, the number 1 reason people book is because they like the fashion director. So let's listen to how she greets the guest.
Hi, how are you? I'm Terry.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
It's nice to meet you.
I'm in actually this one, so you'll hear a couple of different things that I do at my shows.
Definitely.
Okay, great.
All right, so you're going to see lots of different options here throughout all the different parts of the show. So most of you love to watch this video. Most new people love to watch these videos because that's usually the thing that people are most excited about but also nervous about, is doing the actual party. So you can watch these and see what words and methods appeal to you. Now, when you continue scrolling down, you see there's folders on each area of our business. So when you click Launch Party, what is happening here? Where do they go? Okay, so the Launch Party initial training is here. So this, for example, when you click that, it gives you an overview on the goals of your launch party. You know, have it within 7 to 12 days. Try to have 15 guests there. Practice and set up additional showings. Work with your leader to share the business with someone. Okay, so this is a super helpful document as far as getting started. Okay, we'll go back. That was the welcome letter. Okay, the Getting Started booklet, I do believe, comes in your kit, but that is a PDF of that document. Here is your tracking sheet. Okay, this is a super important document that I want you to print out the minute you join on here. Because when you print this out, it helps you to understand what it is that you need to go through in the steps to getting started. And your leader will be thrilled to go through this with you. So it's literally a checklist. I, set up my calendar. I registered for a website. I applied for direct deposit. Now, if you're joining on in the last week or so, 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, your direct deposit was probably done right at your sign up. But if you signed up before that, or for some reason you didn't do it at your sign up, then that's something that you'll need to do separately. I checked out Park Lane 101. I know when my next meeting is. Here are my shows. This is who I'm sharing the opportunity with. And these are the different topics of training in this PL 101 that I took care of watching and listening to. Because after each segment that you watch or listen to, your leader wants to talk to you. We like to go over with you what you heard, what you saw, what questions you have, and add to or clarify what you may have heard and seen on that training. Because each training is done by different Park Lane leaders, and maybe your leader or me or someone has something we want to enhance that with. So please, if you have not done so already, this is something that I want you to print out and get started on right away. Okay, and then this is the audio on how to have a great launch show. Now, in our organization, I just did this recently as a Zoom, and it's a little updated from what you've heard here. So you are certainly welcome to listen to this version, or you can go back to our Shine On Team page and watch, actually, I have it as a YouTube, an updated one, or join in a live one that's coming up soon. Okay, so this folder was all about your launch party. Okay, the next one is host coaching. When a lot of people, what a lot of our new team members think is when you book a show, you set up the date, and your hostess is working on getting people there, and the next thing you have to do is show up with your jewelry. And unfortunately, that's not really the case. People get busy. They sometimes forget to invite people, or they sent one group text, or they set up a Facebook party and thought that was enough. And none of those things are going to set someone up for a successful party. So this section is all about how to work with your hostess to help her have a successful show. So you're going to see a video here. This is a 2-minute tip from our upline, Mary Grace, on what she does.
One of my 2-minute tips. One of the things that I found was that when I was having cancellations, I knew I had to take responsibility. and figure out something that I could do that could make me have fewer cancellations. And one of the things I decided to do, I said, you know what, when I book these showings, I want to hostess coach them, but they go home, I have it in ink on my calendar, they go home and do their thing, and they don't necessarily think about the showing again until they get a phone call from me. So what I do is, while they're still excited about their show, the very
Okay, so that's a great one that you're going to want to take, definitely pay attention to, because what Mary Grace does there is pretty much exactly the same as what I do, because she taught me. Okay, increasing attendance, how to get more people to come to your shows. This is a great tip from one of our Australian leaders. Tic-tac-toe. This is a great little game that you can use. It's called Hostess Tic-Tac-Toe. You can provide this to your hostess so that she has a fun little game to work on in order to have a more successful show. And then you just give her a little prize for completing it. Why Host Coach? This was a fantastic presentation by Vanjie Graves a couple of conventions ago about what that's going to do for you and your show. And then this is an audio on host coaching essentials. So there's also a list here. There's a postcard. So all of this is how to work with your hostess to have great shows. And I know this looks like a lot, but one of those videos was 2 minutes. One of them was 5 minutes. And the reason we do so many things on video is because we know it's easier for you. You can pop in your earbuds, and if you have little kids at home and they're watching cartoons, you can put your thing, put it on your iPad, watch it on your phone, and then just sit and take some notes. When you're commuting to and from work, if you're riding a train, taking a bus, when you are taking a road trip, when you're hanging out in your backyard and your kids are in the pool, when you take your kids out and about, all of these places are places where you can be taking advantage of your training and taking advantage of watching these videos and listening to these audios. Okay, showing the jewelry. That's the most fun part. I know this is the one that everyone gets the most excited about. So you're going to see here a 2-minute video tip from our own Davina Messick on how to label your earring cards, which is a great one.
Make the shopping experience easier and a little faster.
Which I do as well. How to use the roller method. Most of you your kit comes with rollers. And how do you show the jewelry? By unrolling the jewelry. Organizing your jewelry rollers. How do you want to keep them? Do you want to keep them by color? Do you want to keep them by theme? You have a lot of different options there from one of our fashionistas, Sales Vice President Jennifer Bond. This one is booking and recruiting seeds. This is actually a presentation that I gave at convention with all the different words that you can use to encourage people to want to book a show, to want to join your team.
The opportunity to get together, and we love to show them our gorgeous sparkling jewelry.
All right, so I know that's me, but I do really love that one. Layering tips and explaining the sale. Just some helpful tips with that. How to do personal appointments. This is actually a PDF which has an outline of personal appointments. Using the hostess order form. This is a video that I had done on how to go over the hostess order form at the end of the show and to successfully show your hostess
I just wanted to share a tip with you today.
how she can use her show in order to join your team. And many of you did that yourself. So that's a great one too. And then these 2 audios, this is an audio, this is me as well, on how to do a show, part 1. Part 1 is what to do beforehand, how to set everything up, what you need to bring, remember to bring pens and cash for change, things like that, and the whole beginning part of the show. And then the second part of the show and how to take orders are the second audio. All right, so that's a really great segment. And the more that you watch these things, remember, this isn't just a one-time thing. Watch them as many times as you need to. The more times you listen and listen and listen, the sooner you'll find the words are coming out of your mouth. Okay. What were we up to? Oh, okay. That was all showing the jewelry. Contacts. This section is all about how to maintain your contact list. Your contact list is a list that's always growing. It's always being added to. It's not just a list you make when you're new and then that's it. So these are all different ways. I know you use this sheet when you are listening to the How to Keep Your Contact Funnel Full section. So, and then these are some different templates of thank yous that you can use. You can order these from Park Lane, little thank you postcards that you can use. So there's some great tips in this section. Customer care is following up with your customers, how to check on them to make sure they like their jewelry, they're happy with their purchases. So there is a video here. Oh my gosh, this is me too. This is about customer care and following up from a convention a while back. This one is even, this is actually the scripts that you can use for customer care. What you can say when you call, what you can say when you leave a message, etc. And then sharing the business. Now, some of you may be thinking, I'm brand new. I don't think I'm ready to share the business yet. And if that is what you're thinking, that is 100% wrong, okay? Your leader does the training for anyone who joins your team. So you can welcome someone onto your team. You can share this business with anyone you want from the minute you join our team. So it is actually tons more fun to start the business with a friend. So by all means, you're going to share this business with everyone that you know right away. Actually on the launch call that I just did with you guys this weekend, but also is in this training here online, and then another version on our team page, we share the words that you can use in order to do that. So this section is all about how to share the business. So again, here's one of our top recruiters, Diana Schertz, sharing ideas on how to share the business. Another one, this is one that you can use when you have people interested in the business. That's Jessica Levine Moreno, one of Shirley Levine's granddaughters who works at the home office. That's a second one. This is a great resource, the recruiting seeds. You can print these out and cut them up and put them into your rollers or trays, and it's just word choices that you can use to share our business during your showings. And having these words right in front of you are really helpful, because when you're new, you're nervous and you forget what you want to say. You can even put those into people's catalogs, and when they come across it, they can read it out loud. And this is also how to do a Q&A game. You'll find that how to do the Q&A ticket game is also, that's part of my seeds video that you saw in the previous folder, the booking and recruiting seeds. I talk about this extensively. So that document with this together is a helpful resource. Okay, so all of this, you just go through it step by step. There's, you know, the reason that we did it this way was because some of you are going to want to binge watch this like Netflix style. And if that's the case, I promise you this will be far more worthwhile time spent than actual Netflix. So just keep going through whatever you feel that you need help with, start there. But do print off that tracking sheet that was in the beginning under the launch party, my tracking sheet, so that you can start checking off what you've watched, what you haven't watched, what you've talked to your leader about, so that you can really make sure that you cover everything and that your leader can coach you as best as possible. We know that none of you join this business to spend money, but in fact to make money. And the way that we can help you make the most money is when you help yourself with some training that we can then support you in. So I hope that you found this helpful. Please feel free to go back and watch this video anytime you want if you forget how to get to any of these areas. And I look forward to working with each of you soon. So thanks so much for coming on, and welcome to our team, and have a great start to your Park Lane business. Bye.